All right, we got a vintage cube here. I got a great pack. Look at this pack. Caves of Chaos Adventure, White Plume Adventure, so double initiative, and Fourth Year Lingus, and then of course Mana Drain, Strip Mine, Mystic Confluence. People are going to be feasting on this pack. I'm passing to Sandy Dog? All right, well, I think I'm going to take White Plume. I think that's better than their others. Sandy's going to take Fourth or Caves of Chaos. I assume Fourth is a little bit better, but I don't know. And I'm going to try to go white-red. And then Slacks, unfortunately, is going to take maybe one of those two or Mystic Confluence. But this seems like the perfect setup. Passing to Sandy Dog. The only way it would have been better is if there weren't the second one of those red-white cards. Let's just say Caves of Chaos Adventure wasn't there. Sandy takes Fourth Year Lingus, and then Slacks takes Drain or Mystic Confluence, whichever he thinks is better. And then we end up with two red-white decks in a row, followed by him drafting blue. Now... this is not an ideal follow-up. There's an Aragorn, which is good with White Plume, but I don't really want to take a three-color card. In fact, I'd rather take Steam Vents than Aragorn, I think. There's also Inspiring Vantage, but I think that's worse than Steam Vents. And there's like Narset Time Twister. There's Chaos Defiler. I mean, there's not much in the way of red-white, so maybe I just take the Steam Vents. Pass on Time Twister. Yeah, all right. I'm in for that. And then now... oh, now I can take Force of Negation. I think Jeskai with White Plume is fantastic. And I don't think I want Ancient Tomb here. There's also Sarah Paragon, Magmatic, Hellkite, Ketria, Triumph. None of those are all that interesting. Yeah, I think I'm in for Force. Play White Plume, Force their next play. Seems like a pretty good line. And I definitely want to take good white cards if I see them, but I don't think taking Sarah Paragon there made much sense. And look, now I'll take Reprieve, which I think is better than Adeline in general. It just adds a new dimension, whereas Adeline is good, but not that different from like Blade Splicer, Flicker type cards. I mean, it's better than those cards, but they're all kind of just random threats. And now I take Reprieve and I pass Formal Wear, Commando, Thraben, also Jace, but I like Reprieve here. It'd be nice if that Aragorn tabled, but I'm not going to count on that, of course. And then it's possible Broccoli Rob goes red-white with the anticipation that I'm going to go red-white, with the anticipation that Sandy goes red-white. You can go pretty many levels on that. But Sandy also drafts blue-black enough of the time that I don't think that's like a safe bet. So we'll see. We'll see what we get past. And Flooded Strand. There's also Inti, Hullbreacher, Windswept Teeth. Wow. And Volcanic and Death Greeters. That's a pretty good pack. I kind of still want to just take Flooded Strand, though. Passing an Inti and Elspeth. Wow, a lot of good stuff here, but Flooded Strand looks kind of perfect for where I'm at. And then here, there's Lotus Petal, Skull Clamp, Sacred Foundry, and Thalia. I think I'm just going to take Sacred Foundry here. Perfect mana, cuts off Sandy off Sacred Foundry. Thalia is good, but I actually think Sacred Foundry is better in Jeskai or in Boros a lot of the time. I don't really care about Lotus Petal. And then here, there's Odawara and there's Firebolt. This actually looks like a good spot for Firebolt, I feel like. Firebolt's a pretty nice little early removal spell. Okay. Ooh, now there's a Fairy Mastermind. That's very nice in this kind of deck. Passing Skyseer's Chariot and a late Echo of Eons for sure. The opening pack. I don't really want any of these cards. I guess I could take Zagoth Triumph because I could end up... I have a fetch that gets it, and I could end up in Domain. That actually, Zagoth Triumph plus Sacred Foundry gives all 5 colors across 2 lands, so... that is a kind of interesting thing to consider when you have a fetch, 2 duels, and now a Triumph. But I think I would rather do a little bit of Jeskaiing. So the alternate universe here is that I go White Plume. I'm not sure what I would even want to take over Steam Vents. And then I took Reprieve. And then instead of Force Negation, I guess I take Ancient Tomb or something along those lines. Yeah, I kind of like where we're at more. Boom, Aragorn Wield, perfect. Now we're in the spot for Aragorn. All right, that makes the Zagoth Triumph much less likely, but this is excellent. Passing a late Sculler and Concealing Curtains, but Jeskai Life. 3 creatures, 3 lands, 3 spells, 2, 3, 4, 3 good lands, 1, 2, 3 on spells. Look, this is perfect. How can you want anything more? Ooh, this is tough because I do like Blood Crypt in case I end up doing some like domain stuff, but honestly, I think I'll just take Sarah Paragon. It's really good with White Plume. I have fetches. I've been just impressed with Sarah Paragon in general. And here, I kind of want Thraben over Formal Wear. Formal Wear technically works with Paragon, but Thraben Inspector is a cheap card. I like that. And then I'll pass a Torsten and a Breach. And I guess maybe I'll main deck the Lion Sash here. I think Sandy's a lot less, he like never plays green, so I'll just pass that. All right. Well, going into pack 2 here, I've got a really great Jeskai start, so pretty happy about that. And I opened a little Mox Jet. Don't take that too. Passing Stock Up, Lelia, Tursa. I mean, assuming Mana Vault goes, Lelia goes, Bitter Triumph goes, and Stock Up going. There's 3 cards left. So Tursa, Emberwild Captain, Caustic Bronco. Yeah, I mean, I'll get one of these mediocre white cards back, if anything. But obviously, I'm happy taking Mox Jet here. And then next, following up with... kind of wish I took the Blood Crypt. Now there's a Bowmasters. I don't love the idea of passing the Bowmasters. What would I take if not that? Lutri. Fiery Confluence is a pretty great card. I did pick up a Mox Jet, and I have a Zagoth Triumph. I think I'm just going to take the Bowmasters. Maybe I don't end up playing it, and that's fine. It's a busted card. It's so much better than the rest of the cards here that I don't really want to pass it. Even if I don't end up playing it, it's not the end of the world to have a nice hate draft here. And then I do have a Zagoth Triumph, a Mox Jet, and a Flooded Strand, so I do have a start towards it as well. And then here, Sign of Draco. Maybe that'll wheel. There's Flame Slash, Robber, Manifold Key, Prismatic Ending. Probe is pretty nice. Jetmir's Gardens could be nice if I do end up in Domain. I'm not taking Currency Converter this time. I assume Scion's going to wheel, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not going to take that here. I kind of want to just take Prismatic Ending. It's comparable to Flame Slash, but given I have good mana for Ending, it can be a little bit more flexible. I don't think I want Probe here, though. Probe is nice with Force of Negation. Maybe I just do take Probe. It's also a pretty messed up card. All right, I'm in for just taking Probe here, upping my blue count, and now I'll just take Prismatic Vista over Preordain, Pentad Prism, and a couple black cards. Prismatic Vista looks pretty good. Okay. Oh, there's a Ralgrin Triumph and an Underground Sea. Honestly, though, my fetches already get all my colors. I'm just going to take Underground Sea. There's also a Consider, but I'm not considering that, as it were. I think that once I take this, I can just play the Bowmasters. Oh, I think you'll know what I'm taking here. I've been mega impressed with Pyroblast. I think it's actually just like a top card. So slamming Pyroblast here. Now we've got Subtlety, Chandra, Wasteland, Stormseeker, Seachrome, Coast. Wasteland is pretty nice with Sarah Paragon. Kind of want to take that. I have a Mox also. Doesn't look so much like a Subtlety deck, though I think I will be able to run Force Negation, but I'm kind of in for Wasteland here. Wasteland, when you've got a White Plume, is also nice, just taking people down on mana. I don't think I need Chandra or Stormseeker. Seachrome Coast isn't bad, but I feel like my mana is actually pretty decent here, and I might even be able to get this Zagoth Triumph in. We'll see. Ooh, Malcolm versus Savai Triumph. I'll take Malcolm. Malcolm's awesome. Mardu Siegebreaker is also kind of nice with some of these cards, but I think it's Malcolm for me. Maybe I won't main deck the Lion Sash. I mean, we'll have to see. Here, oh wow, Bitter Triumph and Caustic Bronco both wheeled? Maybe I just take Caustic Bronco, or maybe I just take Bitter Triumph. I don't have that much removal. I've been really up on removal recently. All right, let's go Bitter Triumph here, and then Godless Shrine came back. Oof, I actually kind of like all these cards. I could literally make a case for all of them. But unsurprisingly, just taking the land seems like a good call. And then Prismatic Ending came back. So did Scion, but I think I'd rather just take Prismatic Ending. Just have some good removal. This Night's Whisper's getting in. Now I'm basically I'm black-white, maybe splashing just Pyroblast and Aragorn. I don't mind that. I mean, well, Esper splashing those. Zagoth having green is an unfortunate waste of an extra mana, but I think I like the way this looks. Just a nice little 4CC, 4-color control. Oh, Fatal Push came back too. Yeah, I like Fatal Push over Preacher. All right, now I've got all the efficient removal that I want. And well, look at this. Oh, the perfect combo. All right, I guess I'll take the Titania. That's really funny, though. All three in the same pack. No bites on any of them, huh? So Sandy's almost assuredly playing white. Didn't get any white cards this pack, but I got hooked up with everything else. And going into pack 3, I think we'll be plenty fine on playables, of course. Let's see, what are we looking for? I don't really want to draw 7 for the Bowmaster. That's not really what this deck's looking to do. More cheap counter magic or discard, so like Thoughtseize, Mana Leak, that kind of thing. Of course, I'll take another like Mox for acceleration. Oh, or a Mana Crypt? Or a Mana Crypt. I've owned Mox Mana Crypt twice recently, and all right, this White Plume is getting in there. A lot of people playing red. None of those red cards wheeled. And let's see, DT, Stoneforge, Noble, Mystical. That's 4. Rumble, Hallowed Fountain, 5, 6. Maybe Shield's Edict or No More Lies. So, yeah, maybe Sunfall comes back. Image probably comes back. Obviously, I'm happy taking Mana Crypt. And now I would like to draft slightly higher curve stuff. Obviously, Mana Crypt's great with White Plume, but it's not the best with Aragorn. So, well, there's the Mana Leak. And I think I've got to take Mana Leak now over Wooded Foothills just because my mana's pretty good. Sage of the Skies with Mana Crypt and Mox is incredible, but I still think Mana Leak is the card to take. It's also so few decks at the table can use Sage of the Sky compared to Mana Leak. And it's not even the kind of card that's scary in the average Sandy deck. So that, and Shiko, Paragon of the Way. Got my eye on that to wheel as well. Sage could wheel. It probably won't. I think like Foothills top, Sage, Oracle, I don't even know, Springheart Nantuko, maybe Kappa Cannoneer, Concealed Courtyard. Yeah, this pack runs out pretty quick, so Sage of the Skies is good enough that I don't think it's going to come back around to me. Oh, now there's a Bombardiers and a Pyroglyph. I'll take Bomba. What do I have to combo with Bomba? Honestly, this isn't the best Bomba deck. It's good with Thraben. It's pretty good with Bowmaster. You throw the token for 2 damage. It's also more of a busted card than Pyroglyph. Good with Mana Crypt, I guess. And yeah, I'll take Bomba here. I wish I would have taken Bomba just not being in the pack so I could just take Pyroglyph, because I think Pyroglyph might honestly be a little better, but Bomba's so broken I can't really pass it. And then now I kind of just want to take Tundra over Bone Crusher, Get Lost, Sparas, Spellseeker. Yeah, I think that's a pretty easy Tundra. Still want to make sure that I can curve out nicely. And then here there's an Underworld Breach. Doesn't do much for me. Oh, Sanguine Evangelist. Good with Mana Crypt, good with Bomba. I think I got to take that here. I'm not taking Bayou because we're not doing Domain. I don't mind a Dragon's Rage, but I actually want the higher curve cards here. Okay, now I feel like the Bomba's excellent. It doesn't need much. Obviously, Bomba's a really messed up card, but I feel a little better now that I have a couple things that generate a lot of value with it. Right now I'm at 22 lands, so it means I need like 4 or 5 more playables. Because I could also play like 16 land Mana Crypt Mox with Wasteland being one of the lands. But here, there's Breach LED. There's Jacked Rabbit and Mogda. And Rabblemaster. And I guess Kaito for that matter. Jacked Rabbit is pretty good with Mana Crypt. So is, all these cards are pretty good with the acceleration. Does my mana work for Mogda? It probably does. I have like these 4 red duels already. Well, I say already, but we're almost done with the draft, so that doesn't really mean much. I'm going to be playing a decent amount of red. Yeah, I think I like Mogda the most here. It's close. Oh, Little Teferi is going to be excellent in this deck over Fresh Start, sure. Bleakbone Verge, Urtai. And then here, oh man, passing a late Consult after passing Thassa's Oracle. I feel like Sandy isn't drafting that deck, though. This could be a pretty huge mistake if so. But no, he passed me like a last pick Lab Maniac, so maybe he did take the Thassa's Oracle. I don't think it's that likely, because I just kind of want to take Spire Bluff here. And I think that it might be that Slacks gets to use it. Oh, wow. So No More Lies, Rumble, and Towerfire came back. So did Shield's Edict, but this looks like a really good spot for No More Lies. Another counterspell seems pretty excellent here. And Shiko did come back, as did Treasure Cruise and Luris. But this actually seems like the place where you would want Shiko. Gets back some pretty good 3s. So let's go ahead and do that. And then now, would I play Talisman? Right now it says 16 lands. So this is basically a deck. The question is, would I cut something for Talisman? I don't really want Talisman in this deck, though. I think I'd rather take Ether Spellbomb and then maybe sideboard it in. No, Bob I would play, though. This is actually a pretty nice Bob deck. So now I even get to cut a card. All right. Well, there's a chance I cut Pyroblast, though. I have generally liked main decking it. All right, I'll take the Cabal Ritual. I don't think the other, or the Bayou, rather. I don't think the other cards are very likely to be played. Okay. All right. I really don't mind how this turned out. Oh, Rabblemaster versus Kaito. I think I take Rabblemaster here. I do like Kaito, but this actually looks like a pretty solid Rabble Master deck. Now I need to cut like 2 cards. All right, let's see how this goes. All right, so the mana ended up such that I think I gotta cut Wasteland, and then I just cut Sarah Paragon. I have Shiko, it does a similar role. Sarah Paragon is really good with Mana Crypt, and I have 2 fetches, but I only have 1 drop. I actually feel fine cutting it. Maybe I'll board it in the attrition matchups. Shiko's easier to cast in terms of colors. I think 1 of each is easier than double white, and pitches to Force Negation, which is pretty relevant. Pyroblast I'm not maining because 3 of us have blue in our decks, and yeah, this deck looks pretty solid. Just a little control deck, or like mid-range deck, I think is actually more accurate. And I can certainly have aggressive draws because we're in round 1, and this draw looks pretty nice. Turn 1 Magda plus Night's Whisper. Seems like a good play to me. And then I've got all my colors, all my mana. I am on the draw, but Rob is mulliganing here, and I do like this. Night's Whisper Mana Crypt is kind of a nice combo, but it's okay. I will finish the game soon enough that won't be an issue. All right, so let's go Mana Crypt. I'm sure Rob is loving seeing all this. Night's Whisper. Not lands, is all I ask. All right, well, I guess I get to play Spire Bluff, actually. And Magda. And then turn 2, I can go Thraben Inspector plus Crack Clue plus leave up Force of Negation. Though if Rob plays a creature here, it would be kind of annoying. All right, did not. That's nice. Lost the flip. Oh, Shiko. Okay, Shiko's kind of nice here. I assume at some point something's going to die. Okay, so that dies. And then I think I get Tundra here, because I don't really want to take damage. And Thraben. And I'm just going to crack the Clue, because maybe there's some things I would play here. All right. Drawing a bit of land here. Is this Ophelia or Cathar Commando? Interesting. Didn't want to try to trade with Magda, huh? Got plans for this Cathar Commando? All right. Maybe really wanted to get 3 points of damage in. Maybe wanted to kill my Mana Crypt, but a Magda is probably better than a Mana Crypt on this board. So yeah, I guess I'm a little curious. Okay, Mana Crypt down. Joke's on you. I don't have anything to use Mana Crypt on. Okay, Ajani is kind of annoying for sure, because then I can't really attack more. All right, removal spell would be nice. Oh, there we go. So let's go Prismatic Ending. Actually, I could just Prismatic Ending the Cat Warrior. Let's see, if I Prismatic Ending the Cat Warrior, then I can Shiko back the Magda, or I could just Shiko the Night's Whisper. Maybe I just Shiko the Night's Whisper here. And then next turn, do something else. I don't think I want to Shiko the Mana Crypt. Cast Night's Whisper. Okay, so no blue card, so Force is down right now, but that's okay. Rob has 1 turn to resolve something. If he goes land Minsk and Boo, yeah, I'll be pretty sad. But he's playing creature colors, so I think getting a 4/5 Flying Vigilance into play, maybe I should have just run that out last turn, honestly. Let's see what this is. Steel Seraph. Okay. That's not so bad. It still costs 6, I think, for Prismatic Ending purposes. Is that right? Next turn, so I guess this can be Vigilance, attack, and then that's a Johnny flip, and make a cat. Let's see. Oh, it looks like I can kill Steel Seraph with a Prismatic Ending for 3, so I think I'll try to do that. Broccoli Rob has a 1-mana red creature. It would be pretty brutal, I suppose. Okay, makes a Cat Warrior. Let's draw. Oh, Aragorn's also not bad. Prismatic Ending for 3. Okay, did work. Nice, because now I get to attack a Johnny, attack Rob. I still lose my Magda, but I get a treasure out of it, and I didn't take 2, which was nice. And now I pass the turn with Reprieve and Force of Negation up, and then next turn I get to Aragorn. Well, looking pretty good here. Shiko. What a card. Ooh, no plays. Okay. Well, let's send these idiots in and see what's up. Ooh, Dark Confidant. I don't mind that one either. It's got something. Solitude? Let's Reprieve the Solitude. Technically, Rob could play it here, but obviously it would be a little, it would have to have a white card. And now I'm going to play Aragorn, become the Monarch. If I draw a blue card off it, I'll even have a Force up, but given Solitude is the likely play here, it's not a big deal. And then next turn, if you don't Solitude the Aragorn before attacking, nothing can block, which means that I'm pretty happy kind of no matter what happens here. And then I get to play Bob plus Evangelist, and I think, yeah, I still have Force up. I guess I'd have to pay 2 life. I'll have to decide that. We'll see. Maybe we'll see if I want to pay 2 life to one of these lands. I guess I would like to avoid it if possible. You let me untap? What if I have more counterspells? What if? Let's see. Okay, Solitude, yeah, that comes into play. Eats the Shiko. Interesting. All right. Well, now I'm definitely going to pay the life on the lands, because if my Aragorn is connecting, well, I don't want to play Rabble Master. I don't think. I could, because I think I'd rather just get Sanguine Evangelist. All right, you can't block. Take a bunch of damage. Sanguine Evangelist. Godless Shrine. Dark Confidant. All right. And with a Force of Negation up, I mean, that kind of stops whatever kind of card could get you back into this, which Rob doesn't even really seem to have. And it turns out having 4 mana on turn 1 eventually did get me there. That was pretty nice. I mean, that was just a really great opening hand. Like, turn 1 Night's Whisper into Magda is a pretty sick one. So Rob probably just taking a screenshot for the team before scooping him up to surely what is lethal here. I guess you do get to see 1 more card off Dark Confidant if you so desire. Reckless Stormseeker, okay. Make the Solitude hasty and attack. Okay. Don't even really need to play Bowmasters here. All right. They go to 11. No, let's just block with Bob. It's fine. I mean, maybe this takes 1 more turn to win then. Descendant of Storms, sure. 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think that's just still just lethal here. Actually, 2 over lethal with the Rabble Master. And then with Aragorn, you can just choose nothing, and that way nothing can block. If you target something and then they remove the target, it actually will fizzle the ability. So when you have the Monarch, it's better just to do that. When you don't have the Monarch, you do have to choose something. All right, we got game 1 here. And sideboarding against, well, don't want Pyroblast. Don't want Firebolt. Probably. It kills a Johnny, kills Cathar Commando. Doesn't kill Reckless Stormseeker, kills Solitude. Sarah Paragon also is typically good in these kinds of matchups. Force of Negation looked pretty bad. I don't think I want Wasteland or either Spellbomb. Could maybe just cut Gitaxian Probe. Paying life, I don't know. It doesn't look like they have a lot of cards I need to play around, and I don't have Force in my deck anymore, so seems fine. I've got a bunch of life payment cards in my deck. All right. This hand is solid. It's got all my colors, which is nice. The mana in this deck is like functional. Like I would say it's not amazing, but it's not terrible either. And wouldn't mind a Mox, but I'll take a Mogda because now maybe I go turn 2 Mogda because I'll crack the Flooded Strand for, I guess, Steam Vents. Generous Plunder. Okay. Steam Vents. Play Mogda. The Clue token going to cost me a little damage against that Generous Plunder. So if they plunder, I could have 5 mana next turn. Next turn I could technically like Teferi plus attack with Mogda, then have no more lies up. It's kind of nice. All right, what you got here? Reckless Stormseeker. Oh. Doing it the coward's way, huh? A double block here. I think I take it. And let's see. Fairy Mastermind's kind of interesting too. I could Aragorn, but I wouldn't have no more lies up. I would just play Aragorn and that's it and pass. I'm at 12. Alternately, I could Teferi, bounce the Stormseeker. I kind of like Teferi, bounce the Stormseeker, attack. And, well, yeah, I could not attack, but then I don't have no more lies up, so I think I'd rather do this. Or Malcolm, or Fairy Mastermind. I guess I have a lot of different plays I could make here. Seems like there's a pretty good chance that they play something first. I guess I actually can't technically no more lies the Reckless Stormseeker, funnily enough. Okay. I'll play one of my flyers instead. Play Malcolm. And let's see what gets attacked here. Teferi, and let's go Malcolm. And the reason to do this now is it does save me 2 points of damage off the Generous Plunder, which I think is pretty good. So I go to 7 here. Can't stop the Plunder from killing Teferi. What I would really like to find is just a cheap piece of removal. It would also be really nice if Rob didn't have another play here, but unfortunately it seems like he might. This is a lot of pressure, just those 2 cards, huh? Anointed Peacekeeper. Okay. Fair enough. Well, I can attack with Mogda. I'll have up no more lies. Play Fairy Master, or not Mogda, Malcolm. Fairy Mastermind. If I draw a removal spell, I feel like I could do something good here. All right. That was not a removal spell. Let's just attack with Malcolm here. Draw a card. All right. Any Firebolts? Mox Jet. Land. So I could just tap out for Aragorn. Then I'd go to 5. All right. I don't think I'm winning the game by doing anything else, so I guess I will just play Aragorn here. And the Mox would have been a good draw if not for the Peacekeeper. Ooh, Knight's Whisperer is not an ideal draw, because then I could have no more lies up. I assume I'm pretty dead here. I mean, if Rob has an answer for Aragorn, which could have happened even with no more lies, like Rob is kind of a lot of mana. So I guess turn 3, maybe I should have just played the Aragorn. It's a Solitude here. I mean, there is a chance Solitude I go up to 11. I guess I still take 5 down to 6. Block the Solitude, chump. Yeah, this doesn't look good if it's Solitude. If it's anything else that kills Aragorn, I'm also probably dead, so... My hope here is that I somehow live through the turn and then Malcolm into a removal spell. Well, if Aragorn lives through the turn, I think I'm in a pretty good spot. Pitching Virtue of Loyalty. Why do we evoke it? Because you could even give Solitude haste. So this last card's a better... It's enough better than attacking with Solitude? What is this? Oh, Deathgreeter's Champion. Yeah, that kills me. All right. You just put the counter on the Plunderer. Double block that. Yeah, I'm dead by a million. All right, game 3 time. Well, this time I'm going to try being on the play and drawing a piece of power. So, yeah, I like my sideboard plan, I think. All right, let's get in there. All right. I would like to play first. That's what I'm talking about. What do I do, though, on turn 1? Because I do want to play the Bowmasters. I don't really want to play turn 2 Shiko. I need to draw spells for this hand, but you're not going to mulligan this hand, so... Let's just go... I don't have any Surveil lands or anything, so let's just go Strand Mox Go. Maybe get Steam Vents or something. Or maybe I could have played Prismatic Vista. Play a 1-drop. Oh, this is disgusting. Or actually, I can just get Tundra here. Yeah, that's nice. Turn 1 Bowmasters, dunk on Descendant after Rob Mold here. All right, any Aragorns? Oh, a Bomba? Yeah, I guess I will do that. I don't think I need to get anything other than just Mountain here. Turn 1 Bowmasters, turn 2 Bomba. And then if one of them gets dealt with, I've got Shiko at the ready. And I don't think it's worth throwing anything right here, but... Rob needs to have a hand of removal spells and not creatures to have a chance this game. Okay. Oh, and now I drew Mana Leak. Feels like that kind of seals the deal, but we'll see. Let's just pass here. I could like throw the Bowmasters for 4 and then play Shiko and replay the Bowmasters, but and had I not drawn Mana Leak, I would have considered it. But drawing Mana Leak means I can just Mana Leak Rob's next play. Caracas against Shiko is not really going to do too much. So let's just Mana Leak that. I could do something else, but this feels like it's going to be sufficient here. Yeah, I guess I'll just play the Sanguine Evangelist and I'll throw that instead. That'll be my plan. Look, Mana Crypt my opening hand, I never got to use it. Isn't that unlucky? Some might even say. You go to 7 or 8, and then you take 5 more off the Sanguine Evangelist. And I don't think Wrath is going to do it, because then I just go Shiko, replay Bombardier's attack, throw Shiko. That's 10 damage right there or whatever. All right, easy game. All right, playing against blue-red artifacts here on the play. Okay, I'll definitely keep this hand. I'm going to lead on Probe and see what we're up against. Plus it cycles here, gives me some more ideas. Oh, Underground Sea was a nice one. So what do we got? Oh, interesting. Let's go Underground Sea, Mana Crypt. And I want to Mana Leak the Retrofitter Foundry pretty bad here. The good thing is, since I have Fairy Mastermind, I can play Fairy Mastermind if Vash doesn't play the Retrofitter, which is a play you could consider making. Luckily for me, they did not. Okay, because that also makes the Mox Opal worse, and Retrofitter would just be really annoying for my deck to deal with. Okay. On the flip, ooh, a Shiko, huh? So now I have another choice, which is, do I want to play Fairy Mastermind or Reprieve or both? Well, I could play Thraben Inspector and then pass and play Fairy Mastermind, but I feel like reprieving Jace here is actually kind of fine. So I'm just going to do that. Get a Plains, Reprieve, and then play Fairy Mastermind. It's got Basalt and a Jace and a land in hand. On the flip. A red source would be good at some point, but let's just go Thraben here. Crack. Actually, hold on. I could crack the Clue, or I could just Fairy Mastermind. Let's just Fairy Mastermind. Not now, but on Vash's turn. I do miss a land drop that way, but given that I have Mana Crypt and Mox, it doesn't really seem like that big of a deal. Okay, Jace is fine. End of turn. We both draw a card here. Does make Opal better, unfortunately, but I will live with that. All right, so I'm going to probably start with Night's Whisper here. It feels like I got some... Oh, Shiko's nice at some point too. Let's see. I have 6 mana. I could go Prismatic Ending for 2, the Jace and Night's Whisper and Malcolm. So hold on. Let's start with a Night's Whisper here. Oh, into White Plume. Maybe that's better. Yeah, I guess I don't really care that much about Jace. I'll play around Days. I don't really care that much about Jace doing a loot here. So, and let's get an island. And hit for 2. Okay, so shields down for a second here. Well, I don't even have any shields to play, so that's whatever. Vash can play Basalt Monolith and have some mana. Oh, okay. Soul Ring is good. At least that's something I'd actually rather hit with Preordain or with a Prismatic Ending. Wow, Soul Ring was a nice draw this turn. Because now you get to play Basalt also and now go to infinite mana. A little unhappy about all that. All right, let's go here. Definitely going to Forge. I think I just put it on the Fairy Mastermind. Okay, I want to find Force of Negation. That's the card I want to find. It's not like I have a lot of looks or anything. I don't have a lot of card draw. Let's just attack here. I don't think there's any point attacking with Thraben. He's not chumping the White Plume. Oh, he is chumping the White Plume? Okay. Interesting. Gonna get balanced or something? So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I guess I can play Shiko first and try to draw Force of Negation. And then off of Faithless, or Night's Whisper rather. And Bomba. Bomba doesn't do too much, so let's take one here. I'll get Tundra, and then under Prismatic Ending, the Soul Ring. Drink and pass the turn. So balance would be annoying for sure, but I don't really think it'd be the end of the world here. I think I would just probably come close to winning. Upheaval would be pretty bad. Am I getting comboed out here? Oh, maybe. Bolus Citadel is going to be that makes sense why the Jace blocked. But it's going to be an uphill battle here to Citadel. I guess if you get to 10 permanents, I lose. Oh, geez. Tinker was the next hit? Okay. Do you have Sensei's top to get? Portal to Phyrexia wouldn't really do it here. Nexus of Becoming. Narset down to 5, okay. We'll have to see, I guess. Gets to clear a lot. I mean, between Narset and Nexus, gets to clear a lot of cards off the top, but probably can't play very many more here. I guess not attacking with Raven cost me one. I really did not expect Jace to block. Citadel makes some sense as to why you would, but I thought having another tapped creature could be bad, but I guess maybe it doesn't really matter against with White Plume untapping and whatnot. Okay. We take it. I've been on that Citadel side a lot. Well, Pyroblast is coming in. Wasteland didn't look amazing. Aether Spellbomb? Doesn't sound great. Fatal Push is medium. Prismatic Ending's great. Abrupt Decay would be good. Let's see. I have Zagoth. I could put in a Bayou. Bayou's kind of awkward because it taps for both colors. So like I fetch the Bayou and have Jeskai lands. No, I don't think I want that. What do I not want here? Bitter Triumph doesn't look amazing, honestly. Fatal Push at least costs 1 mana. Does have... No, Bitter Triumph kills like Saheeli and Kappa Cannoneer. Well, it's difficult to kill Kappa Cannoneer, but it still can. Yeah, maybe Fatal Push is it then. All right. Let's see how this goes. Moxes, good at making your hands fast, I'll tell you that much. All right. I think I run this. I don't think I can mull any hand that doesn't have a Mox and probe into... First of all, I have 2 draws between my draw step and probe to draw Mox or Mana Crypt. And Magda and Malcolm are both pretty good against decks that can't kill them, and looks like Vash's deck is a little light on interaction because that's what the artifact decks tend to do. Julie, chill out. The dog's still there. She's still good. Legends say she's going after her bed to this day. Turn 1 Skull Clamp. All right. Probe. Drew a 2-drop. Not ideal. Lose focus and lands. Well, Probe's really good there because I might have played Magda, but now I'm just going to Soul Ring. Come on, Vash. That was a nice draw, Soul Ring. Now I'm just going to pass, and I can play at end of turn. Or I can play it in response to the Relic. Oh, doesn't play the Relic. All right, well, I'll play Malcolm. I'll get countered. It's fine. It's kind of impossible for that not to be the case. So technically, you should actually kick it there or replicate it because it'll stop me from countering it if I did have a counter. But oh, I meant to play Sanguine Evangelist. All right, I guess I'll just play Magda instead. It was like a combination where it's like I meant to play Spire Bluff because it's like, oh, turn 3, time to play Spire Bluff, but I also wanted to play Sanguine Evangelist. So, I mean, this is still, I think, pretty fine here. Oh, and Tameo is the other card. Okay. Into Skull Clamp. Really? Interesting. To block the Magda? Huh. Do I want to give Vash 2 cards? Because the thing is, if it attacks, it gets a clue already, so I kind of feel like just attacking here is fine. Okay. And let's go Bowmasters. Target you. Draw 2 more. Target you, target you. Drawing Soul Ring into Tameo was not bad. Not bad at all. And I think I just play the Sanguine Evangelist. I'm just trying to do the most damage possible here against someone who's trying to put Bolts of Citadel into play and whatnot. Okay, let's see what you got. 5 mana? Well, I was hoping it'd be activate Relic of Sorin to draw 2. Oh, Mightstone and Weakstone kill the Bowmasters. That's fair. The Bowmasters is pretty annoying. Now they get to draw 2 cards off of... Oh, just also casting... Is this into Tinker? No, you would just Tinker first. What is this? This could be Kappa Cannoneer. The Skull Clamp hasn't gotten tapped yet. Oh, it is Tinker. Huh. I don't think it really makes too much sense to not Tinker first, but fair enough. I guess you get to sack the Mightstone and Weakstone. Sure, yeah, that's something. They hit a Mox Opal. All right. And Emberwild Captain. Skullclamp on the Captain I actually kind of don't mind. If Vash doesn't have a counter here, then I think I win. Or at least it comes pretty close. Target Bowmasters. Cast Bowmasters. Bowmasters, the Emberwild Captain. Bowmasters U. Bowmasters U. Attack Vash with everything. All right. Looks like a 2-0 to me. Oof, didn't even give us a chance to take a screenshot. Yeah, this deck's pretty nice. A little 2-0 start. We take those. All right, it's time for round 3. Playing against Cuneo on Grixis with like Time Walk, Echo Vions, Enduring Curiosity. This hand, this just looks kind of like a mulligan. It just doesn't do anything. And I have Mox and Mana Crypt in my deck. Yeah, I mean, this looks better. I think I just binge Shiko. And I've got Magda into either Broadside or Teferi. Both are pretty good. And a Bowmasters, huh? So, oh yeah, it's got to just be Godless Shrine off of this Flooded Strand. Crack this and Godless Shrine. Let's see. That's not what I want to play. I want to play Spire Bluff. All right. I think I just play Magda. If he counters it, then he counters it. It's fine. Oh, Mana Drain. Yeah, I guess maybe playing into Mana Drain wasn't great. I do have Teferi to stop it. Whatever he plays off it, hopefully. If it's not too annoying. Oh, Tameo, Collector of Tales. Into Mystical Tutor, into Time Walk. Okay. That didn't work out great. He has Fable and Counterspell as well. Let's go Bomba, attack Tameo. Tameo down to 4, so at least can't Tameo double Time Walk me. I think I'm pretty dead here, though. I did forget about the Mana Drain. This is true. Frantic Search. Okay, so discarding Goldspan Island. Well, Goldspan would have been a pretty big problem, it's true. Yeah, there goes Time Walk. You could just get back Time Walk now. Time Walk again. So he's going to have 3 turns here in a row. He gets to plus Tameo. I mean, he could actually have a 4th turn in a row here. Plus Tameo, name Time Walk. Oh, he's got a red card first. To Flame Tongue on the Bombardiers, sure. And let's see if he misses on Tameo. He's got a pretty good chance to hit. 23 cards left in deck here. I mean, had I passed on turn 2, then this wouldn't have happened this early, but at some point it would have, I think. Maybe I play Bowmasters and he goes, okay, and then Mana Drain's my 3-drop and then does all this. It's a pretty sick draw, I will say that. Okay. He missed on Tamio. What did he name? Wow. Time Twister and Memory Lapse. Named Subtlety? Huh. No cards in hand. Okay. He hasn't had hit Echo of Eons yet. He's out of extra turns now. If he hits here, it's pretty annoying. I will say that. He missed again. Duels the Mind into Tolly. He drew a land. He named Subtlety again. All right. So now it's my turn. I think I just go Bowmasters now to ping Tamio, so it can't regrowth anything. Then play a Zagoth Triome and pass the turn. Not like loving it, but feels like it's reasonable. And it means that Echo of Eons is one of his most powerful hits. Isn't as appealing with a Bowmasters in play, I'll say that. Okay, I need him to miss on Tamio again. He might not name Subtlety now. He has a pretty good chance of hitting. He missed again. He names Animate Dead, and he revealed Barogoyf, Volcanic, Manamorphose, Ketria Triome. Okay. No attacks, yeah. Mox Jet. Land. Actually, I'll play this untapped. Teferi Time Raveler. See if this resolves. Nice. Bounce Mox Jet. Mox was actually a really nice draw for this. Oh, and I drew Force of Negation. Because now I get to replay Mox. Fatal Push the Flame Tongue. Because I replayed the Mox. Hit Tamio down to 1 here. Attack Tamio, attack Tamio. And now I have Force of Negation up to stop Animate Dead if that's what he hits. All right. It's going to be pretty hard to miss with Tamio now. All right. He's missed at 23, 19, 15, and 13 cards or something like that. Or not quite that, but he missed. He hit Echo of Eons. And did he reveal the Animate Dead? Yes, he did. 4 cards left. Animate. He's going to animate a Tolly, which honestly with a Teferi in play still doesn't even do that much. But I think I will still counter it, of course. And now he can Echo of Eons if he wants, and I get a million Bowmaster triggers. I was hoping for one more piece of action. Yeah, I'll hit the Tamio because I feel like there's no point in not... Well, hold on. Yeah, I'll attack the Tamio. He's only got 3 cards left, but he does have Echo of Eons. And Tamio then playing Echo. What is this? Odawara the Tamio. Okay. I'm just going to play my land, whatever. He's got to go for whatever he's got to go for. So now he can Tamio back. Animate Dead. Well, getting a Tollied here is not actually great. He can Tamio back Time Walk, but I don't think that's great. He can get back... What's his cheapest way to kill the orcs? Yeah, he can... Because then that makes Echo of Eons a lot better. What's he getting back? Yeah, he's getting back Time Walk. Okay. I mean, I can't stop that. And now he can Tamio his last card. Whatever the last card out of his deck is that he wants. And he had to use Odawara there. Yeah, I guess Odawaring the Bowmasters doesn't really accomplish much because I can just replay it. Bowmasters is causing a lot of problems. He's taken 4 extra turns or 4 Time Walks or something, and this game isn't actually over. Drawing Force of Negation there was pretty nice. Okay. Tursa Light Shatter. Okay. Because that can kill Teferi as well. Yikes. All right. That's really annoying. Killing Teferi is going to make things a lot harder for me. Let's see what this exiles. Wooded Foothills, okay. Yeah, I mean, I still don't have anything. I guess if he plays Echo, I've got to on F6 because then I could play some spells. Okay, you got Wooded Foothills. Does he have a... Is one of the last cards? Oh, he's just looking at the last two cards. I wonder if one of them is a land. Nope. Do you have to cast Echo Vions? Or no, he's going to pull his last card into hand. Which is what? Mox Sapphire revealed Subtlety and Mox Sapphire. And then now he's going to cast... Oh, Infernal Grasp? Where did that come from? That was his last card? All right. Turn off auto yields. All right. I mean, I've got some moves now because I get 7 new cards too. So let's go Fairy Mastermind. Do I want us both to draw a card? I think my hand is weak enough that I do. I know it's not going to get me an extra card here because this is not the second card Gainsay has drawn this turn. Okay, Force Negation is actually good. Let's go Mana Crypt. Night's Whisper. Okay, into Teferi, I think. Let's see. Teferi just shuts off a lot of his cards, so it's pretty hard to turn it down. Okay, Tundra, and let's attack Tamiyo for 3 here. Gotta kill the Tamiyo. And I could bounce my own Mox again. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Because it leaves me with enough mana to cast Thraben Inspector, Mana Leak, and Force of Negation. So I think that's... Though, I've drawn the Shiko, so I can pitch cast Force now. So maybe I just want to Prismatic Ending the Tursa. Because Mana Leak also might not even work. So I think that this killing that is nice. Because then I don't have to chump. And it means removal doesn't stop Teferi. It doesn't kill Teferi. All right, so I'll pass the turn. I don't know how likely Mana Leak is to work here, but it could at least maybe get Cunio's second spell. Or third, depending on how things go. And you can't play Instance right now at instant speed. Time Walk. No, I'm going to force that. Exiling Shiko. I think Mana Leak has to be better in my hand than Shiko here. There's a chance he just like hard casts an Atali or something. Infernal Grasp my Fairy. All right. I'm okay with that. Into Barrogoyf. Okay, I can't Mana Leak it. All right, well, let's hope that this clue gets me somewhere, because I still haven't drawn that much action. Oh, man. Okay. Let's draw. After all that, this game's going to end because I just drew all lands after the Echo. All right. I mean, I could have pitched... I could have not played Prismatic Ending, and then I would have had Shiko still. I wouldn't have had to pitch it, but didn't feel like that was going to be a good move here. And now I have Mana Leak against him having a million lands, and I just have a million lands. Oh, Cycle Miscalc, yeah. No Bowmasters for me. So if I had just not Prismatic Ending the Tursa, then I could have hardcast Force, and then I would have chumped Tursa, and then I could have played Shiko, but Barrogoyf would still be pretty annoying here. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'd be able to Shiko the Night's Whisperers, probably would have bend the line here. The Duelist of the Mind. Okay, well, I don't know what I can draw here, especially if let's cast Gitaxian Probe. His hand is Mystical Tutor Mountain, I think. I don't even know. I think I just die here. Yeah. All right. That was a wild game. Would keeping Shiko alive have done something? I don't know. Well, let's see. Sideboarding. Well, I definitely want Pyroblast. Lion Sash seems like it's reasonable. Stops Animate Dead, Echo Vian's Tameo to some degree. Fatal Push looks pretty weak. It kills Tursa, Flame Tongue, Enduring Curiosity, but it takes Revolt to do that, so I'm a little less inclined. And I could cut Rabble. I could Prismatic Ending. Prismatic Ending's not that good either. It kills Mox, but that's about it. And I don't think I want Wasteland. All right, I'm in for this. All right, on the draw. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Turn 1 Bob, turn 2 Bomba on the play. If he doesn't have an answer to Bob, it's just over. It's over. Oh, Magic Online is just chilling. Okay, here we go. I don't know what's going on there. If he just has tap land, go. We're in the money. Oh no, does he have turn 1 Infernal Grasp? What a beating. Okay. It's going to make things a little tougher for sure. Oh, that's pretty nice. Let's play Sanguine Evangelist. And then I can go next turn Bomba and either throw the bat or throw the Evangelist or what have you. We'll see what Cuneo plays here. I do want it to be a creature that I can take out with the Bombardiers. That would be nice. Barrogoyf. Okay. Wish granted. Am I going to play the Zagoth Triome? Yeah. I don't think he has days. But honestly, I might cycle it. Just play Bombardiers. Didn't have subtlety. Nice. Attack. Bombardiers sacking the Evangelist. Make another 1/1. Another Barrogoyf. Bombardiers is so sick. And then pass the turn here. And then I can get... Oh, actually, maybe I did want to play Zagoth since I don't have blue. Let's see what he's got. Flame Tongue would be annoying. All right, Time Walk. Andy has another play into Duelist. All right, Duelist is okay. Goldspan Dragon. That'd be fine. Flame Tongue would be the card I don't want to see. He doesn't have Flame Tongue if he's attacking here, so that's nice. Let's just crack this. Island. Oh, never mind. Not playing Zagoth Triumph was great. Let's play Lion Sash. Okay. Attack with these. No blocks. He goes to 8. I think I just pass. I don't think throwing a Mox is worth 2 damage, or Lion Sash is worth 4 damage. I want to keep Lion Sash here so he can't go Tameo, Regrowth, Time Walk. So I want to keep up Sacred Foundry to do that. And if he doesn't have anything else, obviously things are looking pretty good. Okay, past the turn. Well, let's cycle Zagoth Triumph. Raven Inspector. That's kind of money. Makes a clue. Then Magda. And now I attack with everything. He blocks Lion Sash. Udawara, Bombardiers. Should do a beginning of combat, but whatever. I assume it doesn't really matter here because I don't have the mana to play it. All right. He gets to loot. Discard Sedgemoor Witch. He's got a 1/3 now. All right. Let's just pass the turn. 2 cards in hand. End of turn, I'm going to crack the Clue. I keep not Lion Sashing the Time Walk, but I keep choosing to do more mana efficient plays instead. Manamorphose, huh? So you could get green. No, he doesn't even have Tameo, I guess. Not that Tameo does anything, so maybe even if he had it, he wouldn't play it. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Acceptable. All right. Well, yeah, that's a good attack. I take 2. End of turn, crack this Clue to draw. Oh, interesting. Yeah, let's go to Fairy. See if this resolves. It does. Bounce the token. Bombardiers, and he's just got to be dead, right? Yeah, it's by a lot. All right. Game 3, all I had to do was lead on a Landmark Star Confidant. Fatal Push kills Duelist as well, and the token. Firebolt doesn't kill the Duelist, but it's easier at killing Flame Tongue. Prismatic Ending kills the token for 1 mana. I still think Bitter Triumph is probably fine, though. I could also cut a land on the draw. Wouldn't be crazy to do that. All right. Because I'm playing kind of 18 lands, so let's do that. Let's see how this goes. This Fatal Push could have been a Plains. All right. Any Mox Jets? Any Mana Crypts? All right. I'm going to keep, and I'm going to draw Fatal Push instead of Plains, and it's going to be so brutal. I'm just waiting. My body's ready. No, or I just draw Tundra. Tundra to Thraben. He doesn't have very many 2s, so I think I'm happy just doing this. And then next turn I can go land, Mox, and then pass with counters plus... Oh, Lotus Petal. I'm going to slam turn 2 Fable. Oh, Tursa. Yeah, that I actually care about less. He gets to do some looting and gets to hit me, but he's not close to actually doing anything with the Tursa's other ability. Okay, so it would have worked out better if I didn't play turn 1 Thraben, but I liked having the mana up on 2. Yeah, I've got a lot of answers here, as long as he keeps playing stuff. How do I want to deal with that? I'm definitely going to counter it. The question is, how do I counter it? And I think it's actually just by casting Force of Negation. I don't think I want to pitch counter anything anytime soon. So I'll just use my 3 mana play. Land would be really nice. Oh, Mana Crypt? Okay. Mana Crypt. Let's crack the Clue. Oh, into Fairy Mastermind? Kind of like that. Let's just pass, and I think I'll chump so then I can Shiko and replay the Thraben at some point here. Okay, no plays. So let's just go Fairy Mastermind. Now he's got Subtlety. All right. Pyroblasting that. And then I will probably just play Shiko this turn to take a little less damage. Alternately, it's got 4 cards. I think I'll just, I drew a land, so now I can take another hit. I go to 11. So it's getting a little dangerous, especially with that Restless Vinestock, but then I can play Shiko, because end of turn I'll do the Fairy Mastermind thing. Draw. All right, it'd be really nice not to lose this flip. I lost the flip because Teferi Time Raveler? Go to 6 here. I think I go Shiko, so let's see. Oh wait, Shiko is pretty awkward to cast. I wouldn't have any of my counters up. Maybe I should have just played it last turn. So let's go blue, white, 1, play Teferi. Counterspell. I'll reprieve the counterspell, I think is better. Any fatal pushes? Oh, Aragorn. Aragorn is pretty interesting. I'm gonna bounce Tersa. I know it lets him replay it, but if he wants to replay it and draw some cards, I guess I have to chump with Fairy Mastermind. Yeah. All right. My new plan is to get an Aragorn out and then have a counterspell up. So, okay, Tersa comes in. I'm going to draw a card off Fairy Mastermind here. He discards Itali and counterspell. I chump. So I'm going to need to win one of 2 flips here. If I do, I think I have a pretty good chance. Okay. I could have just bounced the Mana Crypt, I suppose. All right. I lost the flip. All right. Well, here we go, huh? Island. Red, blue, white. 1. Aragorn. Pass the turn. Draw line / 50-50 here. Yeah, I guess I kind of lost. It ended up losing this game on turn 1. I can't mana leak that, so I probably just lose to this now too. Okay, well, I get to mana leak that. I mean, if I had gone Tundra, if I had turn 1 mana leak Tersa, then I think I would have won this game pretty easily. All right. I lose to so many things here. I lost to green mana there, but luckily didn't have it. Is this Tamio? Yeah, gonna be 2-1 here. Definitely could have played this one differently. Because now he gets to get back Time Walk. Cast Time Walk. I needed Mana Leak to get me through this turn too, and it did not. I assume I'm gonna lose this? Like there's so much that just kills me here. Yeah, so if I had Mana Leak Tersa on turn 1, I would play Thraben on turn 2. Maybe I wouldn't have. The other time was the turn I played Teferi. Maybe I just should have played Shiko, or rather the turn before I played Teferi. Actually, the turn I just passed with Fairy Mastermind and mana up. I think I should have just played Shiko that turn, recast Thraben. I mean, maybe if he misses on Tamio here, he doesn't have a way to. He did miss on Tamio. What did he name? Casts Fable. He named Infernal Grasp, sure. Okay, so maybe I have a 50-50. Doesn't look like he's killing me. Okay, come on. I lost the flip. I was going to win that game too. I had to win 1 flip over 2. This ticks up to 3. This kills Tamio. I play Shiko. I mean, I don't just win, but given that he didn't have anything, I probably do. What a bummer. All right, 2-1. Still, obviously, a fine record. Yeah, I think this deck was pretty great. I lost the last match. Well, the Mana Crypt flip was part of it. If I had just left up counter on turn 1, I didn't really anticipate Petal into a 3-drop on turn 2, but maybe I should have. I don't know. That's a close decision because it's pretty significant to not spend your mana on turn 1, but did not work out. And Pyroblast continues to be good, though this time I did sideboard it. Yeah, just a bunch of removal, a couple counters, the 2 leaks and a Force of Negation and Reprieve. Aragorn, Shiko has been pretty good. Yeah, I like this deck. The power was good. Not the best Mana Crypt deck, but Mana Crypt's really good, though it did lose me that game. And overall, a nice fun draft. It looks like we're down 6-5, so if I won that, we would have tied, but now and had a chance to win, but now it's on my last teammate to try to pull out the tie. We'll see. We'll hope that goes well. So that'll do it for today. Thanks for hanging out as I draft a nice little 4cc deck, and I'll be back tomorrow with some more Magic. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.